Honestly, I have the best parents in the world, and they're really the sweetest. And in order to show them how much I really appreciate them and everything they've done for me and all of the sacrifices they've done in the last couple of weeks, I just want to make them a little gift, a little basket of things. So come and join me.
Guys, it's the most awkward thing having to stand on the street talking to your camera while other people pass you. It's the cringiest thing ever. And I always feel very, very judged and I hate it. But I guess it's also good to sometimes step out of your comfort zone. Also, remember that you're probably never going to see them again. The first store I decided to go to was Modular just because I always feel like you can find nice, cute little gifts here. And we started off strong with some poetry books. They were really, really cute. And then these straps for the phone that my mom always wanted. Also these pastel highlighters. My mom is a teacher, so they could come in handy. I also found this book from Kusama, this Japanese artist. And I also think the book is so well done. It's so beautiful. The only problem is I don't think my mom is actually such a big fan of hers. So I guess I'm buying it for myself. And also these cards that are written in German and that kind of challenge you to use your senses throughout the day. It's very cute but so difficult, so I decided to just buy everything and whatever I don't use I just return. Then I went into this store and I was trying to find something that also would remind them of me. So I guess the natural thing was something with Berlin on it. But nothing really looked nice, and so I was like, okay, let's go to the chocolate section. They had some Brandenburg on the labels, but then I found these, and these are the most delicious chocolates that you will ever try. I ended up buying the smaller package just because my mom would otherwise kill me if I buy her a lot of chocolate, and then of course I had to buy a chocolate for myself, the Schwarzwälder Kirsch. I also thought of getting them a mug each, but I feel like you should buy a set, and I don't know if it will fit in the box. To be honest, it's such a difficult task buying for your parents. I found these little spices and I decided to go with a curry thing for my dad. I also wish I could have bought this. This is so cute. Also, like self-made or local art, I feel like is a very good gift. The only thing is it's not really my parents' style, but I really loved this one. So I went to TK Maxx to buy them a box so that I can put all the gifts in there, and they were for a quite reasonable price. I went for this book just because I feel like you can use it for decoration and also it looks beautiful and looks like a real book. I decided to go with the René one, this one, just because Renoir? I don't know. Whoops. Just because that's the only one they had double that I liked. I'm gonna treat them like siblings and get them the same thing. Also, guys, big announcement. Olaplex, they sell them in TK Maxx for 20 euros. Run, don't walk. And then my mom, I know she loves these hand soaps, these smells. They had a new one, so I had to try them. I know it's such a silly little gift, but I don't know, it's nice to be able to use it and think of them every time you use it. I stopped by this market where I found these local gin that is produced in Berlin and it looks super cute. They had a lot of options, so the girl was super nice. It did a little cheeky gin tasting. This one's so cool. It's blue, but if you add tonic water, it turns purple. It's so cool. So yeah, I decided to get him that one, and I don't know, I'm not very good at tasting things. I felt like they all tasted the same. I then went to a coffee place to meet up with a friend. Not this one, it's just for aesthetic. But to Five Elephants, which is my favorite one. They have the best coffee there, and this is my friend. He didn't want to be on camera. And of course, I had to order the cheesecake. So I continued down the road. I went to other stories. I know that my mom loves lipstick, and I found this one. It's very beautiful, but it didn't convince me as a gift. And I went to this like a bit more expensive place where they sold perfumes. This is a perfume, and I thought it was chic, but I don't think my mom cares that much about those type of things. So we're back at home. Getting gifts for your parents is like the hardest thing. I think what's really valued is also gifts that you do yourself. That's why I thought instead of buying a card, I'm just gonna make them one. So I bought some paper. So when it comes to the cards, I'm gonna do 2 different motives, but I'm gonna keep it with the same theme. I'm doing 2 floral cards just because I can't be bothered to paint one thing twice. I'm not that kind of girl. But yeah, for my dad, I'm gonna do a vase with flowers on it. And then for my mom, I'm going to do her favorite flowers, which is hortensias. Hortensias in Spanish. Okay, let me show you. So this is the sketch I did for now. It's the vase, then with the flowers, and I'm trying to mimic this in some way, obviously using it as inspiration. So I decided to go with watercolors because it's my current favorite tool to use. It's really funny because a couple of years back, I would have never thought that I would like to work with watercolors. I've always been working with acrylics and they're pretty cool, but I feel like watercolors, you have to really understand and know what you're painting. There's very little wiggle room to mess up just because there's no white in it, so you have to layer a lot. And a couple of years back, I always thought that watercolors are more for children, just because I guess when we're in kindergarten or at school, this is the tool we learn to paint with. And I never understood, or I never figured that it was actually going to be kind of complex to work with it, just because there is a lot of planning required and a lot of layering, and I feel like there is a magic to it working with watercolors. I really love it now. And actually, these watercolors that I'm using here are watercolors that I've painted with my mom like 20 years ago. I was very, very little. I still remember when we got it, and it was hers initially until she gifted it to me. Actually, all of the colors there are OG. None of them are replaced or, well, also not very well maintained, to be honest. But yeah, I remember my mom and I using these watercolors, especially one time when we were sitting in the kitchen and each one of us had a card that we were painting for someone else. And my mom did this abstract thing that was supposed to represent our family, like 3 different colors, 3 different shapes. And I thought it was the coolest, most inventive thing ever. I was like, wow, that's such a great way of representing something without actually showing a person. And yeah, that always stuck with me and still sticks with me now. And these are the final drawings. I think I'm pretty happy with them. They turned out pretty cute. And now to the back side, I will write them a little note. Okay, let's pack the gifts together. So let's speed this video up because I spend so much time talking. Anyways, but I'm gifting my mom this phone strap thingy to put across your body. She's always wanted one, and I think it's also very convenient, especially when you go traveling. I've had one myself and it's the best thing, especially if you want to take spontaneous pictures. The soap that I also showed previously, and then also some napkins, some spring napkins, and a relaxing face mask. I don't know if she will use that, but I think it's a cute idea. And also I've actually bought her a while ago this light that works with motion detection. I thought for her, for the bathroom, because she tends to go to the bathroom in the evening, so she doesn't wake up with a bright light. They were very hard to close, I'm not gonna lie. My dad's box I've already done. I got him the soap as well. I got him the spices, also some napkins because we want to keep it similar between the 2 of them. Then 3 little bottles of gin that I know he loves gin, and also the chocolate. And I think it's a cute little gift. I think his card is the more beautiful one, I have to be honest. But I'm sure they will equally love it as much. And yeah, and I hope this video inspires you to give something to your parents or your family or your loved ones or friends. Something self-made, even a little box with small little things. It doesn't have to be anything pricey or ridiculously expensive or extraordinary. I mean, I'm gifting soap, it's fine. But I know that they will love it. I know that they will smell it, they will use it. And I feel like that's maybe the important part, that you get to use something that from someone that loves you, and also see the cards and being able to frame them, maybe, hopefully. And yeah, thanks for coming along.